the government's minister Ravi Shankar Prasad has said.
अभी मैं प्लेन में था, उसकी तहकीकात की जाएगी। मोटी बात आप इस बात समझिए कि आतंकवाद के खिलाफ भारत प्रभावी और प्रामाणिक कार्रवाई कर रहा है और पाकिस्तान दुनिया में अलग थलग है। तो ये प्रीएम्प्टिव स्ट्राइक है जिसमें भारत ने आतंकवादी गतिविधियों और उनके केंद्रों के खिलाफ कार्रवाई की है।
And Abhishek Bhalla is still live with us for more information. Abhishek, you know that high-level government meeting is on between India and at the Prime Minister's residence right now, where he is being briefed on the latest situation. You've got these big, extravagant claims being made on both sides at this point of time. What more can you tell us? Is there going to be a briefing? Is there going to be a statement? Isn't this too serious an issue for this kind of shocking radio silence from the government?
Shiv, since yesterday when the Foreign Secretary came out and gave a statement on the airstrikes conducted by the Indian Air Force, there has been no word on whatever has been happening along the international border and along the LOC. Now, since today morning in J&K, across sectors, there was a lot of activity. There were ceasefire violations across sector throughout the night. What we heard from sources was that 5 Pakistani posts were damaged by the Indian Army. There was an engagement by the Air Force of both the countries. This was confirmed through sources again. But there was no official word on the damage done either to the Pakistani Air Force or to the Indian Air Force. And the biggest claim that Pakistan has made is that they have 2 fighter pilots, Indian fighter pilots in their custody. Now, we haven't heard anything from the Indian government on it. No denial, no confirmation. We are still awaiting some kind of an official word on the developments that have been taking place since morning, Shiv.
You know, Abhishek, in the absence of any official confirmations or denials, isn't it also true that, you know, people are going to react in a very emotional manner? This is not a small little story about, you know, some kind of hostilities or a ceasefire violation. This is about an Indian Air Force pilot who Pakistan claims to have captured alive. You know, he has sustained some injuries. They say they're treating him well. But this, after all, is Pakistan, a country that we went and bombed yesterday. If they've managed to capture one of our men and taken him prisoner, this is an emergency situation of the highest kind.
Yes, Shiv, this is a big claim, and in fact, the developments that have taken place today, the fact that there was engagement of the Air Force of Pakistan and India today, and there are claims and counterclaims of airspace violations from both the sides. Of course, the context is what happened in Balakot yesterday. And I have heard from reliable sources, and I have put out a report as well, that said that there was an engagement even yesterday, not in the Balakot sector, but actually the Indian Air Force was targeting Bhavalpur, which is the headquarters of Jaish-e-Mohammed. Also on target was the LT headquarter in Muridke, and there was an engagement in these 2 sectors with the Pakistani Air Force, and the plan was dropped in the last moment because the Indian government did not want any civilian casualty and also did not want own casualty to take place in this operation, and that's why only Balakot was targeted. So the context definitely is yesterday, and the developments that have been taking place since last night, in fact, when ceasefire violations started at the line of control, they haven't stopped. There have been skirmishes since then, but as we have been discussing, no official word from the Indian government yet.
No official word on the Indian government yet. You know, the entire Indian leadership right now is huddled in that meeting at the Prime Minister's residence. But a day after India struck that Jaish terror camp in Balakot in Pakistan, an aerial fight, air combat has erupted between India and Pakistan amidst these big claims that are apparently the result. 3 Pakistani F-16 fighter jets violated Indian airspace in the Rajouri sector of Jammu and Kashmir. The jets dropped bombs in the Nadian and Lam Jhangar Keri in Rajouri district and Hamirpur area of Bhimbar Gali in Poonch. Well, alert Indian troops responded immediately, apparently shooting down one of those Pakistani jets within POK. A Su-30 MKI was seen chasing a Pakistan F-16 jet near the line of control in the Naushera sector. After the attack on Indian soil by Pakistan Air Force, the Indian Air Force has upgraded security to the highest levels. The Air Force has put all fighter bases on the highest state of alert and pilots are ready to take off in 2 minutes. They're all on scramble alert for any situation.
तो हम देख रहे थे अपने जहाज़, वो छोटे बच्चे थे साथ में, वो देख रहे थे छत पे, वो बोलते हैं 3, 4, 5, 6 जहाज़ अपने वहाँ ऊपर देख रहे थे। अचानक ही मतलब ऐसे आवाज़, दूसरी अलग एक आवाज़ आई पास से, तो जैसे देखा हमने वो जहाज़ जैसे उसने टर्न किया यहाँ वापस गोला फेंक के वापस उसने उसी लोकेशन से वापस हो गया वो। तो तब आवाज़ आई, जब तक आवाज़ आती है हम देखा कि ऊपर से पत्थर आ रहे हैं, धुआं ऊपर तक जा रहा है। तो वो देखते हुए हमें बच्चों को सभी को अंदर जाने को कहा, सभी घर के अंदर चले गए।
I want to go across to India Today's Shujaul Haq for more on the story. Shuja, huge claims and counterclaims coming in, from these air operations that were launched by both India and Pakistan from earlier today in the Rajouri sector. What is the latest? There is also a major lockdown on aviation there. The Indian Air Force is in charge. Bring us up to speed, Shuja.
Well, that's correct, Shiv. The situation definitely is fluid and there are claims and counterclaims being made. There are few things that have happened since morning. We've gotten to know that early in the morning there was definitely some activity in the Rajouri area. It's believed that 3 Pakistani Air Force planes did manage to drop some payload, but all of it was in certain deserted areas. Only one person is believed to be injured because of that activity. I tried to speak to the local officials on the ground. They did confirm that this activity did take place and a person was injured because of the explosions that took place. Now, after that, we are given to understand that the Indian side also reacted. There are claims being made that one Pakistani jet has been brought down. A pilot is being reportedly seen, ejecting from that plane, but this is something that of course the Pakistani side has denied. Now we are also given to understand from Pakistani media and other sources that Pakistan is claiming that 2 Indian Air Force pilots have been captured. Some sort of images also doing rounds through the social media, like you were also pointed out, but none of it has any official confirmation as of now. On the ground here in Kashmir, there is a sense of panic. Everything is almost on an, in a state of high alert. The Indian Air Force has kept all its assets on a very, very extreme alert situation. Every pilot on the ground has been, asked to be ready to scramble in 2 minutes. So a very, very fluid situation on the ground here. A sense of preparedness for any eventuality that could sort of present itself.
This is, this is a disturbing piece of information that's coming in right now about this Indian Air Force pilot who continues to apparently be in captivity, even though there is no confirmation from the Indian side. The Indian side has said not one single thing since this morning. Now, I would like to trust our government. I would like to be very clear that, we're not going to put undue pressure on our government. But the fact is, at this point of time, pressure on the government is necessary because the truth needs to be out. This is a time of misinformation and we need to put out more information.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.